In this section, we will be focusing on deploying Kubernetes. To kick off, I'll show you how you can deploy Kubernetes on top of OpenStack. So let's head over to the Platform 9 UI and let's create an instance that is going to be serving as a Kubernetes node. So I'm going to create this instance with Ubuntu 2204, the flavor M1 large. I'm going to use my tenant network that I created, and then I'll give this instance a name. Now, this is where it gets exciting. I will be using a cloud-init script that's going to do several things. First, it's going to create a cluster object against Platform 9 managed Kubernetes. Next, it'll download and install the pf9ctl utility, which is used to onboard Kubernetes nodes into Platform 9 managed Kubernetes. Then, the node will automatically join the cluster. Now I'm moving over to the Platform 9 managed Kubernetes user interface. In just a couple minutes, we will see the new cluster populated here. However, in the meantime, I wanted to take an opportunity to walk you through the user interface. On the top left, you'll see an application switcher where you can manage infrastructure, and the Kubernetes section is where you can view and manage all of your Kubernetes workloads across all clusters. We also have the KubeVirt UI as well, which can be used to view and manage your virtual machines that are running alongside containers in your Kubernetes cluster. Now we can see that the cluster object has been created. It's called Zero Touch Cluster. When I click on the cluster details, I see that there aren't any nodes associated with the cluster yet. So let's give the instance a couple more minutes to complete the onboarding process. Fast forward a few minutes, and now you can see that the node has successfully joined the cluster. On this page, you can see high-level details about the overall cluster status, including CPU storage and memory utilization overall on the cluster, as well as a CPU memory and storage resource utilization per node. Additionally, on this page, I can download a kubeconfig, so that way I can interact with my cluster directly using kubectl, as well as view the node health of each node. Here is where you can manage the cluster add-ons. For example, if I want to enable Prometheus monitoring, I simply just need to click enable and the installation will kick off. And just like that, we have a zero-touch Kubernetes cluster deployed in just a few minutes.